All right, Coyote Nation, welcome to episode number 10, following an absolute fireworks display that left me feeling like it was the 4th of July here at Coyote Stadium.
I put a little Ric Flair on it. Woo! Baby,
Woo!
let's go. Let's go.
That was an explosion, but before we get too far into that,
Hey,
I'm Blake Grundy.
I am Phil Morgan. And look, we are supported in such kind ways by Farmers Bank and Trust. It is an absolute blessing to be partnered with some folks who believe in the community, want to invest in things around the community, and really just have a deep sense and understanding of customer service. It's something that I'm kind of we've been talking a little bit how maybe I'm more old-fashioned than I led on to in some ways, but look, customer service is king to me. The way you take care of the people around you means everything, and Farmers Bank and Trust goes out of their way to take care of the people that come into their bank, and so it's great to partner with somebody who has that at the core of what they are. So we are super honored and thankful to Farmers Bank and Trust, all the staff there. From those that lead them to that office staff, they're a great group of people.
Yes,
great group of people. So we're fortunate to have you guys. We thank you for your support, and we are going to jump into a game that was. I mean, speaking of numbers and banks, there was a lot of numbers in this game. There are a lot of numbers in this game, man.
I needed an accountant to keep track of all that was going on. There was one moment in the game. You can ask Peyton Rogers and Eric Smith, our statisticians that have been doing a phenomenal job for us this season, by the way. I know we talked a little bit about them last week, but they were killing it.
Might as well throw in, while we're talking about it, might as well throw Andrew Tobar.
Tobar did a great job on the camera.
I know we've had a little Matt Tucker down there.
Matt Tucker.
We had, who else do we have down there?
Kyle came out and helped us for a week and maybe helping us here first round of the playoffs potentially.
Hey,
but
let's go.
Our stat guys looked over after that Pharrell Brown run to start the second half. You know the one I'm talking about. He goes right side and just makes everybody kind of silly, and was weaving in and out of people. And I literally floored me. They stood up and looked over into the radio box where I've got my headset on and I'm sunk to the floor cackling, like just laughing at what our dudes were doing and like just how explosive it felt. Like anytime someone touched the ball, it was going to be for 6 points. Like that was how explosive our offense was last night. Man, that was
Pharrell and Lyons
fun.
both ran different last night.
We had over 300. We'll get into it. We had over 300 rushing yards.
But they both ran different. They ran with a different attitude. They ran with this mindset. At some point in the game, when our twos got in, Zy came over and stood by the camera for a while, and
you guys were chatting it up.
He heckled me for a little bit. It was fun. We had a good talk, but I think a lot of it. He's like, he goes, I love it when these guys get in here and they do this stuff because they start to realize they can do it.
Yep.
Right, and they start to see. I just felt like both those guys walked away with a greater level of confidence, knowing like this is something I can do. When the run itself was amazing, the amount of blocks that he shed getting to the goal line was phenomenal. But then when he gets to the goal line and that last defender thinks he's going to lower his shoulder and try to stop him, and Pharrell says, not today. Lowers his shoulder and just boom, lowers the boom. I mean, just lowers the boom on him and walks into the end zone.
That was his first touchdown.
That was number one.
And then the second one, we might as well jump into the front. But yeah, it was just like it's been cool. He's been a different running back since independence. And I think our offense, I loved it. Turned a corner last night.
Yes.
And listen, like I get it. I know who we were playing, but still, I don't. Did we have a dead ball, false start, illegal formation penalty at all last night?
We were much cleaner. I think we had one false start penalty on the night.
Did we have a false start?
We had one false start penalty, I think, on the night.
Okay.
Or it was either false start or it was in a formation issue. I can't remember which now that you question me on it. But very much cleaner.
Yes.
Much cleaner.
Yes.
Here's the thing, when in reference to your point, one of the things I think about a lot is these games are games we should win in a certain way, right? We've won these games before.
Statement victories, style points.
We've won these games before, but last night was the way you're supposed to win it.
We won.
We won one.
We won.
That was one of the first times I watched the offense put the foot on the throat and just leave it there the whole game. Tristan and that second group came in. They had the same mentality, dude.
Tristan had to only throw one pass because he never had to pass. We were never in passing situations.
Never in a passing situation.
Even when it was like 2nd and 15, Miles was like, I'm going to get it to a 3rd and 2.
Yeah. It was wild, dude. It was wild. But
I think that was our false start that put us at that 2nd and 15 with the twos in there.
Yeah,
to your point.
We had another 15-yard penalty at some point, but it wasn't like I think it was a hold at some. I think we had 2 holdings throughout the night, but penalty wise, man, that's if you get 4 or 5 penalties in a night, like I think that's going to happen. PI.
The bigger thing those were both pass interferences.
Yeah,
they were. It's
just like you get into that moment. It's like you give them back what you just got because it was back to back.
Yeah,
they got PI, then we turn around and we commit PI. It's like, come on, guys. Like,
yeah. But like specifically for me, one of the things I was looking for in the offense going into tonight was just, can we play clean pre-snap football?
Yeah, for the most part,
don't take 5 yards away from your offense before you even snap the ball, right? Like play clean snap, and it was much better. And we saw that this team can put up 11 touchdowns in a hurry. And then it was 21-0, 21-7, 28-7, 28-14. It was kind of like, all right, defense, let's go. And Coach Sevier got into the sideline, and they clamped down. And so from that moment on, 28-14, and ended up 79-14.
Yeah.
That is what, 61 unanswered points? No, 51. 51 unanswered points.
We do the math, so you don't have to.
That was wild. 51 unanswered points in any football game is nuts.
Well, and we talk about the will of other teams. They played the whole game, and they played hard. I did get concerned about line play late in the game. I felt like their defensive line just I think they were just wore out, dude. I think they just didn't have anything left. Peyton and Marcos and Tucker and those guys, all those guys were just like the ball would snap and it was like they didn't have hardly anything. It was like gnats almost at that. And I'm not trying to be too like mean or anything, but our guys had all the time in the world in the backfield to figure out what they wanted to do.
I mean, Peyton had a literal lead block 40 yards down the field on the Cormon screenplay. Like, and we'll talk about it when we get there. Yeah, but it was to me, it was execution and adjustments, and it was to see the defense say, hey, you know what? We've gotten beaten around the edge a couple times. We're gonna shore that up. We're gonna stop that.
We dominated time of possession. That was another thing. Like in a game, the first quarter took 30-something minutes, just over 30 minutes. It was
wild. Everybody was like, this could be like a 2.5 hour game.
Whew, buddy. Like, it was something.
It was a 90-minute first half before the bands even took the field.
And then when we're done, like, as you guys are, like, this is insider information here for you. I think we've got 64 highlight clips for this show.
And that's just us saying, like, we're going to take the cream of the crop.
Those are the highlights. I had 146 recorded clips.
Andrew Tobar had somewhere around there, and I whittled his down to like 38 or something like that.
That's crazy.
And it was literally just me being like, oh, that's actually a good clip, but I already have 35. I need a highlight. Like I need the top of them.
Yep.
And so this was a highlight-driven evening.
Oh gosh.
So with that being said, should we just jump in the offense?
We might as well, since we've already kind of been all over it.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life. From no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards to Click Switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another. And much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
Well, here we go.
I talked about it last week, so you come on.
Look,
this is stupid.
This stat line is ridiculous. Like, and I guess we get used to hearing certain stat lines over the course of a year in certain games, and this game was no exception. Zai passed 13 for 17. At one point, it was after he came out. He was standing over there, and I said, "You guys have been very efficient tonight." And he's like, "Well, how? What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, I mean, your first play, you score." Like that, number one, like that doesn't hurt. Like that's pretty efficient.
Yeah, his first rush,
Yeah, so 13 of 17 for 246 yards, 5 touchdowns. He had a 76% completion percentage on the night. QBR, and this is where the efficiency kind of makes itself known. 157.5.
Do you remember Eric texted us that
158.3
is the perfect QBR for high school?
Yeah. So 157.5, just fractions of a point off. He had explosive plays of 67 yards, 38 yards, 38 yards.
Yeah.
He had two carries for almost 100 yards, 96 yards combined, and one went for the touchdown. An incredible play. Explosive runs. Those were passes that I mentioned before.
Yes.
His explosive runs were of 61 and 35 yards. Both count. Like, Zai, you're getting 13 stickers. Bro. 13. Like, what do you do with that, man? Like, that day, that's an incredible, that's the kind of stuff you want to see that's the kind of stuff you want to see your quarterback do against a team who has just really struggled all year. Right? It's not just us. They've struggled with most of their opponents. They're just not there. So if you don't go out and do what you're supposed to do, then it puts big question marks all over your program. Last night was not that night. It was far from that night.
Zai. Dude, you were something else last night, man.
Like we've got to talk about him longer because there's enough clips that Josh has to put into this week.
How many highlight plays have we seen of him over his career? And that 61-yard touchdown run was one of the best that I've seen. And honestly, his 35-yard carry that followed may have been equally as impressive, if not more, where he spun out of two tacklers at the sticks, rolls on top of number 17. Another guy rolls on top of him, stays up, gets up, runs, and then all of the offense comes and starts pushing him forward. And then
incredible run.
Zai's got a little bit of a troll in him. And I kind of love it.
I do. I'm here for it. I'm here for it all day.
So he's clearly finally down. The third time everybody thinks he's down. He's actually down. He comes up from the bottom of a pile, and he kind of gets up and prances forward and starts running towards the end zone like he's not down yet. Just kind of like trolling it and rubbing it in a little bit. It was funny.
I just love the fact that he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a little break, and just sits on the guy. Like he just sits on the guy, like, and he's clearly not down. I asked him about that play. We were on the sideline when he was talking, and I said, "What were you thinking there?" He's like, "I'm thinking there are a lot of guys around me that we're playing against that don't know football. They just don't know football." He goes, and so I was clearly on top of him, never touched the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, why? He goes, that play's not dead. Yeah. They don't know that.
So he almost slow played it a little bit.
Yeah. He's like, they don't know football, and so I rolled over the top of him. And I just kept running.
Yeah.
I'm like, good on you, kid. My quarterback, in fact, on one of my clips, you can hear me say, my quarterback knows football. He knows the rules. He's like, okay, now can I have the camera? Can I shoot some video? I'm like, no, you most certainly can't. You can throw a football, but you can't take my camera. Somebody else gave me a camera.
I'd let him take a camera.
I might.
I'd let you take a camera. I just want you to get in trouble with Coach Parr.
That's exactly my thought, actually.
That's the one thing. I don't want him to get in trouble. But
and he knows that because we had that conversation. I'm like, I'm not getting you in trouble.
And I'm not getting us in trouble either.
Like I don't usually talk to players on the sideline just because they're there for a job. They're not there to socialize with me.
Right.
They're there to do something and to do it at a level that they can be champions at it. So having a distraction of a guy holding a camera talk to you during the game, if they approach me, I'm not going to be rude, but I know that's just kind of our heart. Like we want to stay away from the operations as much as possible. But man, I really enjoyed it. It was a great time to catch up to him after he had done his work, and we got a quarterback who understands the game. He knows what is expected of him. He knows the rules.
He's so smart.
Yeah, man. He
really is.
He's got intelligence around the game of football, and that's just one play it showed in. So.
Yeah. He was phenomenal. It was a performance you want to see heading into week 1 of the playoffs, because our playoff opponent, it's not going to be an easy game.
Nope.
Right. Our next guy also had a phenomenal day. Surgeon General issued a giant warning. It was for all of Frisco ISD, every single school in Frisco. He issued a Surgeon General warning, and dude delivered.
Don't play with a coyote.
Ace Trailer. You got 8 stickers, brother. You had 1 carry for 1 yard and a touchdown. The little Bo over the top play. Little callback to Bo Jackson. You proud of me for that one? Little Bo over the top, introducing the Iron Bowl against Alabama.
And what does Bo know?
Oh, Bo knows best.
Bo knows football.
Bo knows everything.
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
Bo knows. 1 carry for 1 yard and a touchdown, and then like your eye-popping day, like part of your day was 5 receptions for 110 yards and 3 touchdowns with an average of 22 and that explosive play of 67, where I don't think he got touched. I legitimately think the receivers blocked so well that I don't think he got touched. He was just through a hole and gone. And that was,
everybody blocked.
That was the play right after Jaden Parker returned a kickoff for a touchdown and got called back on a holding penalty. I watched the clip. There was a holding penalty there.
Yeah.
I don't think it affected the play, but there was a hold there, so it kind of stinks. And Ace was like, "Don't worry, Jaden, I got you. Go get you a quick breather because you're going to be right back on the field on defense, brother." 67 yards to the house. Ace trailer was legitimately was surgical.
Yeah.
All first quarter long.
Yeah, you know.
And by the way, I didn't stutter. All 4 of his touchdowns were in the first quarter. Dude did all his work basically in 1 quarter, and Coach Parr was like, "Yo, come sit down.
Come have a seat.
You're good, bro."
But look, look, we tried to get an interview with the guy. Like, we got big timed a little bit.
He disappeared on me.
He just
man.
poof back to the bus. Right. I mean, game was over. He was gone. Like, he was out.
He's
out
like,
the door.
I'm scrubbing out.
He's like, I'm trying to get a shower and get on to the playoffs. Let's go.
I'm scrubbing out. I already scrubbed in. Now let me scrub out. Let me get out of here.
21 stickers between the 2 of those guys last night, and that's just incredible, man.
Silly.
That's silly. All right, let's talk about number 4, Braden Spinks. We got the pleasure of talking to him after the game a little bit, doing a little interview with him.
I think our first ever interview with him, right?
It was.
Like, by the way, part of kind of the behind the scenes, we try and spread the love around with interviews. We try and get a gamut of players, first time, big performers. You know, game like last night, there's so many people we want to interview
and the game dictates interviews sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like, you guys got to understand, like, we might have an idea of who we want to go into and get, but if you have an ace trailer who scores, 47 touchdowns in a game,
yeah,
you're going to talk to him.
Like, we didn't even get to talk to Pharrell Brown last night, after the game. And like, so we always want to get people and that's also because part of what we want to do is highlight these kids. But it was cool getting to I walked on the field and the first person I saw was Spinks, and I go, "Hey, go over to Phil. Let's get you an interview right now."
Yeah.
Like he kind of had a game and was like, "Let's go talk to you real quick. You're already down here. Let's get you going."
Yeah, and he did. He's gonna get Brady. You get 2 stickers, 4 catches on the night, 55 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
You had an average of 13.8 yards per reception, and your long of 38. We talked about this a little bit after the game with some of the players, and that is we've had a couple injuries. We've had Rowan go down. We've had Kennedy go down. Rowan is quickly on his way back. I think
hopefully we get him back sooner than later. But,
I hope so too.
We'll see when that actually comes.
Pray it's smart, right? Pray it's in the right time, and these kids are healthy and ready to go because you don't want to put their careers at risk, for anything. But I know that it's heartbreaking to these guys. They practice so long together, and then one of their brothers goes down with an injury. It takes a toll, but it is really helpful when you get guys like Braden Spinks and Cormon Houston step up and start to hit their stride in a time where we desperately need it. And I think Braden took the top off last night. If the world didn't know about Braden Spinks' speed, they know now. That kid's fast.
And by the way, crossed over to the defensive side of the ball when Izzy had to leave the game early as well.
Yep.
I'm impressed with this young man.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can.
I can't wait to get to know him a little bit more as the rest of this season goes on and the next 2 seasons following. Sophomore Braden Spinks, bright future.
How I love to hear that.
Bright star. Hey, this next guy, another underclassman, freshman, number 3, Cormon Houston. You're gonna walk away with the same number of stickers as that number on your jersey, young man.
Go.
You had 2 catches for 48 yards, and you found pay dirt again. You had an average of 24 yards per reception, and you had that long of 38, which was that receiver screen out to the right side, where it really felt like Peyton Miller and Marcos Rivera were just leading the charge downfield. Both of them. I think Marcos got about 20 yards downfield for a block, and Peyton was literally leading the charge to the point where there were 2 or 3 DBs there that saw Peyton, and they all kind of ran away from him. and waited till they had a chance to like just not be around him to then go for the tackle. Peyton just leading the charge on that one. But Cormon, you made a couple of guys miss on that play and just read and trusted your blockers. And that was something that I was so impressed with last night is the blocking of the wide receivers.
Yeah.
They really took and turned the DBs to the angles that they wanted them and allowed the receivers and these running backs to cut off of their blocks, off of their hips, and just attack lanes, attack gaps, attack holes in a way that, like, when you and I are around the indoor, when we hear, Coach Rod and Coach Rigg and Coach Parr talking about how they want blocks set up, I feel like that was kind of a masterclass. And I say that, and they're probably like, watch this. And they're going to go to the film room and be like, and you should have been 3 degrees more this way on this block, things like that. But, Cormon, you had an electric night once again. You return to the outside with Michael Kennedy out, and it's just so natural for you. Just as a freshman, you're going to be able to make big play after big play, and I know if you continue to work hard, like truly grind, like really, really get there and grind, you're going to make a name for yourself in these playoffs, and you got a shot to do that, brother. So like now's the time. Like, lock it in for all these guys. Now's the time. Lock it in. Cormon Houston, 3 stickers.
Man, great job, Mon. Great job. Look, this guy's great. His brother was in town. Number 22, Pharrell Brown. I
didn't get to see Martin.
I know. He was there.
Oh, that's what I get for missing out and being in the booth. That's the one thing I do miss, getting to see some of those guys come back.
So we got Pharrell. Look, we talked about him in the intro up off the top. I just think that there was a mental breakthrough tonight. So he ran different tonight. He just ran different. He ran with this authority. He ran with a sense of like identity and purpose. You're going to get 6 stickers, by the way. 4 carries for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns.
6 stickers on 4 carries.
Right.
Usually you don't get more stickers than carries.
Right.
Running back.
Dude, you had an average of 36 and a long of 61. Like, that's stupid. Like,
do you remember the show after the Independence game when I was like, hey, I don't know if you'll average 20 yards per carry every game going forward,
and here we are,
and he's literally just like, watch this, Grundy.
Hey, get your stickers ready, boys. Get your stickers ready. Average of 36, a long of 61, and look, there was just a determination in him that you had to bring the team. If you're going to bring Pharrell down this last night, it was going to be the whole team had to do it.
Literally,
the whole team had to do it. Like, the best run of the night was that run where a guy right down on the one after he'd already, shunned 7-8 guys on the way towards the end zone. One lone defender thinks he's going to bring him down. He lowers his shoulder to go make a tackle, and Pharrell's just like, oh, I can play that game. Watch this.
He just ran over him.
Just trucked him. just trucked the guy for the touchdown. He's like, no, sir, you will not deny me.
He and Jaden Parker both last night just putting dudes down.
Jaden hit a guy with a stiff arm so hard.
On that punt return.
Yeah, dude.
Woo!
He hit him so hard with a stiff arm. I'm like, that guy needs to go get right. Like, he needs to see the chiropractor on the sideline because Jaden just jacked him up. Pharrell throwing it too. Like, it was a great night. 6 stickers, my man. Congratulations. Extremely proud of you.
Oh, man. Our next dude, number 14, Miles Lyons.
Let's go.
We get to talk about you. You had literally like the best game of your career, a career night last night. You're going to get 4 stickers. All right. You had 8 carries for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's 12.6 yards per carry, and you had a long run of 26, which counts as our explosive play statistic.
Yeah,
I think we put
25?
it at 15 yards for a run.
No,
25 for a pass
25
play.
for a pass, yep.
Yeah.
15 for
I think it's probably fair, a little bit less on the run. By the way, real quick, going back to Pharrell, he averaged 36 yards per carry, and I think he averaged 37 broken tackles per rush as well.
You're right.
And Miles Lyons was not far behind that number.
No,
Miles, this was your best career game.
As a Coyote, for sure.
I talked about it on the broadcast. Mm-hmm. To see his first couple of carries against Liberty Christian to what he did tonight. 2 different levels of opponents.
Yep.
Not lost on me. But the decisiveness that he hit holes with and his eagerness to get north and south when from the first moment he had that opportunity and to see that shift from being an east-west, let me bounce to try and hit a home run to let me bounce, there's my hole, go, and get 12, 13, 14, 15 yards extraordinarily like a night and day difference. So to see this young man growing up before our eyes and like, hey, this is the future back of the Coyotes right here. Mm-hmm. That's special. He's got special future ahead of him. And so, dude, you're going to walk away with 4 stickers. You had your first 2 touchdowns of your Coyote career.
Come on.
On the evening. One in the north end zone, one in the south end zone. Might as well cover both ends of the field. You were just running all over the place. 8 carries, 101 yards, 2 tutties for number 14, Miles Lyons. What a heck of an evening for our backfield.
And now the buffet line is open. We are open for business, and in the buffet, the only thing we serve are pancakes.
A little bit of butter, a little bit of syrup, and lots of pancakes.
You know, you could put whatever you want on them.
Smother it on there. Some whipped cream, chocolate sauce.
We're just adding them up. That's what we do with the buffet. We just put pancake on pancake on pancake on pancake, and they just keep adding up.
Stack them.
That's just like our O-line, baby. Pancake dinner special sticker coming to our linemen.
Hey, they went to IHOP and said, no short stacks for us. Tall stacks only.
Only. Like we're talking pile it up. Our team rushed for over 300 yards, 22.93 per rush.
That's got to be a typo, right?
No, sir. We do the math. We do the math so you don't have to. 22.93 yards per rush, bro. Let's thank the big men up front. Can we give the Hog Mollies a little bit of love? Can we tip our hat to the big boys?
A lot of love, brother.
So many guys played on the line last night. So many dudes that contributed to this. So much fun to watch, man. Like you watch the journeyman, right? Some of these older guys, Marcos and Peyton, who kind of lead the way for us, and
sure.
And they kind of help set the tone for some of the younger guys, and
yes,
and really try to keep that standard high.
I think Colton Tucker probably played his best game of the season.
I'm hands down gonna 100% agree with you. It was explosive.
Yep.
He was violent to the point of contact.
Yep.
You know, I feel like there was a good synergy on the line. Like guys were working with each other. And that was last night was really good. You wanted to see that line dominate the play.
Hayden and Lashem.
Well, you know, Lashem looked a little bigger. I'm just gonna say it. He looks like he's put on some weight, maybe a little bit of muscle. I don't know. Is Lashem getting bigger?
Hey, I got on him after a JV game.
Did you?
I know you and I give him a hard time, and we've had joking conversations, serious conversations.
Yeah. Like so, the running joke.
Lashem's got a D1 frame.
Yeah.
And D1 level talent. The running joke is, Shem, you look skinny.
You look skinny, yeah. Every time we see him, hey, Shem, you look skinny. Go eat something, kid.
You know, and so I had a conversation. I said, I love you, Shem. I said, hey, Shem, how much protein did you eat yesterday? He's like, I don't know. I said, brother, I'm a pastor and a basketball referee, and I can tell you exactly how many grams of protein I had yesterday. Start tracking your protein. Get 250 grams of protein every day.
He will do that, by the way.
He looked violent.
He will hold your feet to the fire. when he starts talking macros, he gets really passionate. Lashem did look really good. The whole line looked great.
I mean, the backups, Kean
came in and played.
Jagetta looked good. Weston Brown looked good. Like, you know, like we could – all of the O-linemen are going to get at least 3 stickers. And I honestly may come back and just, like, put 4 in the spreadsheet just because they were violent.
It was great play, and the young guys
you can convince me right now to give them 4.
I like Weston Brown, you know, and I know as you're younger, you've got a lot to fight for.
Yes.
As a young guy, but that's the game. Like people don't understand how mentally hard playing line really is. They think it's just have a car crash every single time the ball snaps.
How easy?
Yeah, how easy is that? It's not. It's just not easy. It's mentally draining.
It's probably the most physically taxing position as well.
And as a result, you're constantly like. You're constantly having to put things in the right place so that you don't lose your cool, so you don't cost your team, so you don't miss an assignment. You know, like there's so much mentally that goes into that. It's hard, and so these young guys are, while they're fighting and scrapping and trying to make their way towards quality varsity time one day, they're developing their mental toughness.
Sure,
that attitude that's going to take them far. And man, last night I think we saw a lot of it just kind of come together. In a team it should have. We like I said, we should have dominated this team, and I feel like the guys went out and they did what they were supposed to do.
100%. By the way, a couple of quick notes. I don't think there was a single pass that was anywhere close to being intercepted all night long. We never once put the ball on the ground. So like we never. I don't even remember us having a fumble that we had to then recover. Do you? Like
No.
So when we talk about like taking care of the ball, they played clean as well.
And did we take care of our quarterback? I don't think was Zai ever sacked.
I don't know if he was. So 4 stickers. We'll have to give him 4 stickers.
Yeah.
We'll roll it into the pancake dinner. It's all good. But there you go.
We're making changes live.
Listen, I told you could convince me to 4.
It didn't take much, did it?
You could probably convince me to 5. That's how impressed I was by our O-line last night, bro. Like, those stickers look good on those helmets too, by the way. It's fun seeing the different patterns that all of them are kind of taking and putting. Some are going straight up the middle. Some are filling up the back. Some are doing, little like swirls coming around the top. And it looks cool.
They all look good.
They look nice.
I
They're
definitely
taking
think we
pride
found
in
our sticker.
They're obviously much better than last year. Last year's stickers were never designed to go on the helmets for what it's worth.
Yeah, just so y'all know. We never intended they go on a helmet.
They were never intended. They were intended to go on water bottles or backpack, things like that. And I'm all good with that. But, man, these look clean. Our offense looked clean. But our defense, we got some things to talk about there too.
Yeah, it's time to talk about defense.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life. From no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another. And much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, number 90.
Let's go.
Soul Snatcher.
Soul Snatcher. Caden Banks. Let's did it.
You're going to walk away with 3 stickers, brother. You had 2 tackles. You had a sack. I mean, it's technically, by all intents and purposes, letter of the law, it's a half a sack. I don't care about it. Get that out of here. We give out full sacks here.
We round up at the stat show.
There's no half quarterback snacks. There's just full quarterback snackage. So you had 2 tackles.
You knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming. That's what I was hoping for, too. You had a sack, and then you had 2 quarterback hurries on the evening. Caden Banks, you just kind of you do your thing. You kind of buy your time. Everybody doesn't always notice you, but the quarterbacks know when you're coming on that weak side, and they feel your presence, and they dip.
Look, if
Kai Bunting was running for his life, and Caden Banks was one of the reasons.
If I'm Kai Bunting, I'm memorizing a couple numbers on our defense. I'm thinking 11, 25 for sure.
He probably dreamt about them last night.
And then number 90. I want to know where all 3 of those guys are at any given moment, at any given time.
Yeah.
Because I know what they're trying to do. They're coming to try to tear my head off. And Banks did that. Like literally at one point, I think I've got video of it. I can't remember if I ran it through the end. Kai comes up out of the pile of people, has no helmet.
Oh yeah, I remember that play.
Has no helmet.
He just got lit up.
He got absolutely. I mean, there
clean
were probably
clean
5,
hit.
Yeah,
clean
and
hit,
there
lit
ended up
up.
being 5 purple jerseys on top of him once it was all said and done because they were all right there. It was bad. It was a yard. I mean, just. Everybody.
I know one of the clips I was watching, you hear Pete Kane over the PA system go, and the running back's brought down by the entire Coyote defense. It was another one of those style of nights.
Savage, the voice of the Coyotes. Savage.
Shout out Mayor Pete Kane, man. Thanks for all you do for our city, by the way, brother. Love you. I'm so thankful for your servant's heart. That's not what the show is about, but we're going to give love to Pete. He does so much for our community.
We're going to give a sticker to Pete.
Sticker to Pete Kane.
Sticker to Pete Kane. Oh, all right. Let's roll into Quan. Dude,
Walter.
Quan, number 55. I'm not doing that to him. I'm not Quan. I love you, bro. Number 55.
I called him Walter to his face this week. He just laughed. He
I'm
just
not
laughed
doing
at me.
I'm not doing it. Look, you can get a sticker, 2 tackles, but a tackle for loss.
Yeah.
My favorite conversation I've had with him over the last few weeks. It's so funny. He came up while we were on the sideline and he said, Zai was standing there and he's like, Zai, you got to get me in, man. You got to throw me a pass. I want to do like that Georgia guy, little
refrigerator Perry action.
Yeah,
what he wants.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the origins of it, right?
He wants to come in. He's like, I want to make sure that they see me. I'm an eligible receiver. I want to be able to tap my helmet when I come in, and they see me come in. And he goes, I want to take a pass out in the flat 2, 3, 4, 5 yards off the goal line, and I just want to bulldoze my way. He goes,
somebody.
One of those little DBs, one of those little cornerbacks come in, try to get me. I'll kill him. I'll flatten him. I'll bulldoze him and leave him like a smudge on the turf.
I'm glad Ace.
I'm here for that by the way, Quan. I'm here for it.
We're all here for that. I think every time they line heavy set, like Jared Alatorre and I are kind of just hoping. Shout out Jared Alatorre with play-by-play with K-Lake. We're all just kind of, both of us are kind of hoping that they'll just hand the ball off to Quan. Like, so Ace got the bow over the top touchdown. We were kind of like, could they just give it to Quan? Just let the big man eat.
Oh, man, I would love to see it. I think now that we're in playoffs, there's no chance we're going to get to see anything like that. But, man,
You never know. I wouldn't put anything past his coaching staff now at this point.
What a fun thing it would be to see. Quan, congratulations, man. Another sticker on your way.
Quan Young just continues to have great game after great game. Hey, our next guy, we got to talk about him. The coaching staff loves him. They kind of sing his praises. Number 93, Gavin Bond, gave a great interview. And honestly, Gavin's interview was super humble, super reserved, and he was just basically like, I like to play football. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to do my job and get dirty. And that's exactly what Gavin does every single time. And so to see him get healthier, being back on the football field, he kind of sets a tone for how the game should be played. He's another one of those guys that's just like, this is the right way to play football, and I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
And so Gavin Bond, you're going to walk away with a sticker. You had 2 tackles on the evening, and then you had that pass breakup where, you talk about it all the time. If you're not going to get penetration to the quarterback and you start to see him throw, mirror the arm angle with your arms. Yeah. So if he drops down to 3/4 slot, come to a 3/4 with your arms. If he's going over the top, go over the top, right? And he literally did such a perfect job. And we're going to talk about another guy as well. Mirroring the arm angle.
We did get video of it, I believe.
Yeah. So. Mirroring the arm angle and knocking that pass down. Gavin, man, I just continue to be impressed with how hard you work and you're a tough-nosed football player. Yeah. And our defense is better because of the example you set. You're going to walk with a sticker on the evening, brother.
Number 93, looking good. I'm going to talk about number 2, Corday Young.
Yeah.
We talk about him pretty regularly here. He's going to get another sticker this week for 2 tackles, but a pass breakup. Another video we got, Corday doing the same thing. These guys are learning the fundamentals of play, especially on this defensive side of the ball.
Yes.
Though they were taking away lanes by extending their arms and keeping that quarterback from throwing the ball. And then when he dared to try, he'd get – look, Corday Young's got a big old mitt, man. He got that thing up in the air and thunk. You could hear it. It was decisive. Corday knew what he was doing and, knocked down that pass. A lot of guys making those plays. Several pass breakups on our list tonight. Corday's going to get another sticker for it as well. So, Corday, congratulations.
All right, the next guy on that list, number 42, Bryson Bardroff. 2 R's in there, Bardroff.
Yep.
We got it. I remember.
You're not in trouble.
I still remember our interviews when the coaches were like, Bardoff, why didn't you tell us all career long that it's the 2 R's? And he's like, I don't care, but because I was doing an interview, my mama would care.
That's right.
And mama, it matters.
It does.
Number 42, Bryson Bardroff. You're going to walk away with a sticker. You had 2 tackles, and you had that tackle for a loss. He's another one of those dudes in the same vein as Gavin Bond. He just wants to do whatever it takes to win. He doesn't care where he's put on the football field. He just wants to run fast, hit hard, do his job, go to the sideline, and celebrate with his teammates. And, dude, you did exactly that last night. You made the most of your snaps. And even when you weren't involved in the tackle, you were doing such a good job of turning your block, of closing your gap that was trying to open by you and force the running backs to keep going, giving your linebackers time to pursue. Bryson, great game last night, brother.
So we're rolling to number 31, Austin Crowley. 2 stickers on the night, 2 total tackles, 2 QB hurries. Austin's the kind of kid that's going to be all over the field. He's got a high motor, right? He's constantly trying to involve himself in every possible play. He's a hit stick kind of guy. If you give him the time to set it up, he's gonna hurt you.
Yeah,
he's gonna hurt you. Like we joke all the time about how last year he talked about knocking a dude's helmet off. Wanted to hit somebody so hard their helmet came off, and he got that last year. And this year the running joke is we want you to hit somebody so hard they come out of their cleats. And that became a fun little storyline last night on the sidelines. But Austin's that kind of guy. He plays with a certain kind of violence in his game, and it's a lot of fun to watch as a result. He hustles. He's absolutely everywhere. Had a great conversation with his I think his grandfather.
Okay.
He has been watching the show from a distance.
Shout out Grandpa.
They live out of state, and so he sent us a message last night just saying thank you so much for all you guys do on the show, and really good dude. But it's we have that relationship because of Austin. right? Number 31 puts his heart out there every time he gets on the field. It's very clear, and I think his teammates know it too. He's that kind of dude. 2 stickers coming your way, Austin. Great job last night.
All right, next guy, number 11, Jaden Parker. You're going to walk away with 5 stickers on the defensive side of the ball. More to come from you later. By the way, this is how my mind works. Both of us end up chasing rabbits at some point. Did my eyes deceive me, or did Ace hit the Chumley after a touchdown?
He did.
Let's go!
He hit the Chumley. And I got it. I think it. I don't know if we'll get to. I don't know if we'll get it from our editor, but we'll see. I did.
By the way, sorry, Josh, for just blowing out your ears with that one.
Yeah, no, we get excited around here, Josh. You know that, but you play. You do half ear. Yeah. I know he doesn't put them all the way over.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a rabbit trail, but we've been begging for the Chumley for all season, and Ace hitting it makes me so happy. Jaden Parker, you were also hitting everything last night. After the game, he was like, I don't know why I got the penalty. He was like, my momentum was already taking me into the quarterback, and dude, you just hit so hard. I walked up to him and I was like, Jaden, bro, you just about put Kai in a body bag last night. Like he was. And we talked about it a couple times. Shout out to Kai's toughness. That was Kai Bunting's last game of his career, and he was like, I'm going to go out tough. I told a couple of the Liberty coaches up in the press box, I told them, I was like, man, I'm impressed with Kai's toughness tonight. Man, yeah, I was like, he's had, if this was at halftime, he's had every reason after a few hits to just kind of call it quits, and the fact that he just keeps coming back is awesome. And part of that punishment, a big part of that punishment, was number 11, Jaden Parker. You were tied for second on the team. There were 3 guys tied at this number. You had 8 total tackles. You had 3 quarterback hurries, and you had a tackle for a loss. That's going to get you 5 stickers on the night. Yeah. I've run out of words to say about Jaden Parker. Just I'm amazed every time. It's so much fun watching him play football, and then he's just a quiet, humble, unassuming kid. He's not a I'm going to bang on my chest, look at me type of dude. I bet you Adam Stormer just memed that, and it's totally out of context.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
And it's just me beating my chest. And now that I've said it, he's also definitely gone backwards and memed it. Yeah, thanks, Adam Stormer. But he's not a look at me kind of guy. No. He's just give me my lunch pail, let me go to work. I'm going to be blue collar about it. I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to lift my teammates up, and I'm going to praise the name of Jesus while I do it.
It's a great mentality. I mean, and
I love everything about this kid. Parents, you've raised him right.
Yeah, for real. It's undersold how valuable that really is to a young man and to a team. But Jaden brings it every single week. One guy on the sideline was standing next to me while we were getting video. He turned after Jaden went running down on that touchdown and eventually get called back.
Yes.
And he looked at me and goes, dude. I'm like, I know. He's like, that guy is just different.
Yes.
Like build, the way he runs, everything is just different.
Yes.
Jaden's just different like that. His mindset, his physicality, it all continues to move the right direction. Yeah. And he's just a different dude.
Yeah.
Different. Okay, I get to talk about number 25. I get to say it this time. I get to announce it. Well, I'm going to talk about it from Quadzilla. Stomping in. Quads. I have such a high bar for Cash, right?
The press box was shaking last night.
when he was on the field. Boom, boom. I'm looking for the liquid in my cup to. Cash Williams inserted himself in a dominant way in last night's game, and I've talked about this off the show, off the air. Like I've said, I know we've talked about Cash, but we haven't talked about Cash. Not the way that we had years past, right? And he's always been around, he's still doing what he does, but last night he did what he do. He did it all. 12 stickers, Cash. 12 in one night.
We don't give out 12 defensive stickers in one night almost ever. No, I think Jaden Parker's come close.
Back in the day, CJ
CJ would have come close.
Yep.
It's rare.
This is rare, especially this year. I don't know that we've given out, but maybe 2 or 3 times double-digit stickers for defense. So 12 total tackles, Cash, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 6 QB hurries, and a pass breakup. You were literally dominant. Every place on the field you could make a play, it felt like you were making a play, man. It was a great game. I remember the game last year afterwards. You came up, you showed me your helmet. We were about 3/4 of the way through the season.
Oh, bro.
And that helmet had taken so much abuse.
It looked like a buck had shed his antlers.
Yeah, it was wild, dude. It was wild. And I remember how proud you were of that helmet and just how violently you play. Last night, they felt that. Liberty felt that, man. 12 total tackles, 2 sacks. Tackles for loss, hurries, like your pass break. I mean, everywhere, man. Everywhere you turn, you were dominant last night. It's great to see Cash money. Williams. I knew you'd do it. Williams getting in there and getting 12 stickers.
By the way, as I was scrolling back through about the second half of the season, the next most besides Cash's 12 tonight was 7.
Wow. So we haven't given out another double digit.
Maybe earlier in the season, Jaden Parker might have gotten a double digiter, but
it's very rare.
It's very rare on the defensive side of the ball to get that. Number 33, Bassett Addison, you're going to get a sticker on the night as well.
Let's go.
You had 1 total tackle, and you had a QB hurry that got in there. You had a pass breakup, but we got called for an illegal substitution, so that play got nullified. But, dude, you did the same thing that we talked about with Corday and Gavin. You read the quarterback's eyes. You read his arm angle. You jumped into that lane, got your hands in there. But you're going to get the sticker for the quarterback hurry on the night. And he continues to get more and more playing time as the season goes on, and he's becoming more and more trusted. And Mr. Bassett Addison, you're starting to blossom before our eyes, and it's really, really fun to watch.
Great night. Number 10, Aiden Palmer. Look, excuse me. The next 2 guys got me all choked up, Aiden. Gosh.
You get me right there, brother?
Next 2 guys, 8 total tackles, tied for second. I'll talk about Aiden. He's going to get 2 stickers, one for being tied for second, but the other for a pass breakup.
Okay.
Like I said, these guys were putting their hands up in passing lanes all night long. They were not going to let this guy get many balls downfield. And look, in the times that he did get balls downfield, he was so rushed, he was so hurried. Most of the time, they were way off
all night long.
Yeah, they were off. They were way off target, so it wasn't even contentious. I think he maybe threw 3 passes that were either caught or had a chance of being caught all night. I really didn't feel like the passing game was a threat at all for us. It was really the change of direction running game on Liberty's part. Liberty would run a play, hard to one direction or the other, and then they would change. They would reverse, and they would go reverse the field. Mm-hmm. And our guys were so aggressive on defense last night that they'd all committed and sold to that direction.
That's what happened on those 2 touchdown drives, basically.
100%. And then I think they figured that out, and then they
clamped them down.
They clamped them down.
Yeah.
The guys on the back side of the play would play down maybe a little deeper, or they would just wait. They would have a little hesitation to cover for it. I don't know how they coached that up. I just know that they clamped it down. Mm-hmm. But look, these guys were amazing. Aiden, I'm mentioning you, number 10. As always, we've said so many great things about you. Not a whole lot more to say because you're a leader, and it comes out in everything you've done.
Yeah,
so.
The next guy, you mentioned him in same one of our other safeties, number 17, Josiah JoJo Smith, the Red
JoJo.
Rocket.
Red Rocket, baby.
Red Rocket's going to walk away with 8 total tackles, tied you for second on the team, and this is that familiar territory where we're used to seeing JoJo.
Yes.
One of our leading tacklers on the team, being aggressive, going sideline to sideline, flying at the ball, being a quarterback in the second line, like helping the DBs get into where they need to be, understand the coverage.
When he's in that frame of mind,
it's dangerous.
He's a dangerous player.
Yeah.
When he's in that headspace, this headspace like last night, 8 tackles tying him for second on the team, that's the JoJo that is dominant.
Yeah.
in everything he does.
And JoJo's got some special team stickers coming that we're going to get to in a little bit, but yeah, like that's the JoJo we're used to seeing. That's the dude that had it was 96 or 98 tackles, something like that last year that led our team, and we're starting to see him roll back into that. Mm-hmm. And it can be hard. Seasons can be long. There's ebbs and flows. But this playoff push, JoJo, you're going to be one of those keys. Like, it's without a doubt, JoJo is going to be a key to how well our defense plays in the playoffs and how far we end up being able to go. So I can't wait to see it. I know JoJo's going to lock in, and he's going to bring it every night. He's shown it over the last couple of weeks. It's like, yeah, Red Rocket's here.
Find that
Red Rocket's here and is hitting hard again. So watch out.
Yep. Number 30, Brennan Williams is next. Love Brennan. Good dude. going to get a sticker on the night. 4 total tackles, but a pass break, another pass breakup. The next 3 guys all have a pass breakup. We might as well just go ahead and say there were a lot of pass breakups in our game. Really proud of this defense for always looking for ways to make a play. Brennan is definitely that guy. He's a field general. He understands the defense. He feels good in the defense, I think. I think he feels good enough to help other people know where they need to be and what they need to be doing. His leadership is very clear. Not only does he lead with his words, but he leads by action. He plays a very tough brand of football. I think it was it him or was it Bassett that hit the guy in the flat? The running back came across, the quarterback threw to his right, and that ball comes in. And I mean, if he would have extended his hands, it probably would have been pass interference. But he hit him with his shoulder and came through the guy, and it was just perfectly timed. Like, it was so close to PI.
It was Brennan.
Was it Brennan? Yeah. So it happened right in front of me, and I just couldn't remember if it was him.
The ball had gotten past.
The ball went right over him.
Yeah, it had gotten past, and he hit him. And
it was uncatchable in the end. But, man, Brennan timed that hit, and it was – I mean, ball was going right over his head. Brennan hit the guy, and it was just – you could hear it right there. It's just – you could hear, like, the guy just like the air just gets knocked out of him. Like, it was crazy. Brennan,
by the way, Brennan's pass breakup should have been that interception in the end zone. He was right there.
I know.
He's gonna walk. I think I should have got it.
He's gonna watch that film a lot. I know it.
but hey, we talked about it. Let me just kind of
speaking of interception,
do these next 2 guys.
Yeah, but speaking of interception, this guy had a chance at one too.
Yeah, so number 28, Devontae Tate. He's a senior, getting some playing time in there with the twos. That's part of what we talk about is like, hey, yeah, it's a blowout. No, the twos are in the game. Let's turn it off. And like, no, these guys work just as hard.
Yep.
And so they're going to get coached just as hard. They're going to have the same expectations put on them. And so number 28, Devontae Tate, you had a tackle and a pass breakup on the night. And then number 23, Carter Mundine, you also had a tackle and a pass breakup. We'll kind of pair you guys together. Both of you guys getting some of that playing time together and getting those pass breakups, man. It was cool to see you guys get in there, watch you guys work a little bit, watch you guys knock the football around and kind of not let them score on our twos because they kept their ones out there on offense.
Oh yeah,
and our twos held them scoreless. That was fun to see.
Yeah.
See that our twos kind of step up in that way last night.
Yeah, Devontae almost had an interception.
Yeah,
and it would have been a pick six. That Bunting drops back. It's like a quick 2-3 steps and turns and immediately fires out to the flat there on the right hand side on their bench side. And Devontae almost jumps it perfect. I think he's just a little late.
Yeah.
Right to it, and so as he's late to it, it more deflects it than. But if he wasn't late, just a little late, he would have picked that. It would have been a pick six.
Yeah.
Gone home run, awesome shot.
Well, you get the last guy on there.
Hey, come on, number 60, Kean. Come on, Kean. We see you, buddy. We see you. And what's funny is it's a defensive sticker.
Yep.
Right, I know, Kean. You just want to play. Like, you got a great heart, man. You want to get in. You want to contribute. And what a contribution, man. And you felt it. You were feeling it in all sorts of ways.
He was
and I love it. I love it. And I'm sure that you'll get all sorts of reviews. People telling you just go get back in line. Go do your thing. Go line up. Get ready for the next play. But dude, good for you. You made a big play. Tackle for loss in the game, and it was good. There was like a yard sale of Liberty players at your feet for you to be able to break through and grab that guy's ankle as he was trying to make the edge. But you did. You knocked 2 other players out of the way and got your arm under there and got your hand under there to trip him up. And it was a really cool play, man. I got it, and yes, I'm sending it to you, so don't be blowing me up. I got you covered. Good job, Kean. You get a sticker, bud.
Hey, that's our defense. Let's talk about special teams.
Let's go.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life, from no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards, to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another, and much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, man. Well, hey, you bring in special teams. I brought in defense. This is all you.
It's hard to believe that we're gonna give this sticker extra point unit, right? They're gonna get 2 stickers.
Yep.
They were perfect on 11 extra point attempts.
It's almost one of those things where it's like, so perfection's a standard, but then it's like when they get double-digit extra points and they're like literally, it was never even close to one of them not being good.
No.
Like it was like, yeah, we kind of got to give him 2 stickers for this one.
Bonus.
Like, we got to give Des and that crew 2 stickers.
Look, how many times does an extra point team get 11 attempts? And look, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to put it out there. Like, this isn't easy. What they do is not easy.
I would not make 11 extra points in a row.
No,
I can guarantee
the odds are not in your favor. You put that many attempts in front of a unit in one night, in one game, and if you tell me they're going to be perfect on the night, I'd be like, I could believe it. I'm probably not going to bet on it. I'm going to bet that they're going to miss one just because that's odds.
Sure.
Right? The odds are not in your favor, but they executed every single one, 11 out of 11, and that's amazing, man.
Like all of them just splitting the uprights. Des and that crew have not missed an extra point since the Arizona Highland game.
Yep.
Where I think that was both of the extra point misses on the season, and that just weird, wet, a little bit of windy 7 a.m. game. It was just a weird game
early in the year.
And since then they've literally been picture perfect.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of number 82, Des, you're gonna get another sticker. You're gonna get our touchback merchant sticker again. Listen, not all of your kickoffs were touchbacks. You were kicking into some pretty strong wind, but I think it's of note. You had 4 kickoffs that traveled over 70 yards, meaning they landed out of the back of the end zone, not in the end zone, not 9 yards deep in the end zone. They landed out of the purple zone, and they landed just 2-3 yards out the back of the whole entire playing surface. That's impressive. So touchback merchant, brother, you're walking away with another sticker on the evening, bro. Man, dude, he's such a standout kicker, and we've talked to him about it. We've got some commentator combines coming in the offseason. And I told him, I said, one of the things I'm going to have you do is I'm going to put you on camera and I want you to teach us how to kick an extra point, how to kick a field goal, like take us through that process. So I was like, start getting ready because you're going to be on the camera doing that. So I can't wait. He's a pretty well-spoken individual and a young man. So I think he's going to do a phenomenal job doing that. And I think we're going to have some fun. We might get embarrassed a little bit. People might laugh at us.
Oh, I for sure am getting embarrassed.
As we fail to kick a 12-yard goal with nobody rushing us.
If I can make an extra point,
we'll call it a win.
I'll call it a win. If I can make it. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. All right, I'm going to roll into number 17. Let's talk about the Red Rocket. JoJo. We got him back again here on this side of the stickers. 3 stickers. Block punt. An incredible tackle on kickoff, weak side tackle on kickoff, and safety pursuit. This is JoJo. This is classic JoJo. All 3 of these plays, classic JoJo. This is the stuff that we've got to have JoJo doing if we have any desire to move deep into the playoffs. And other guys have to model that too. They have to step into that. And we got guys that are doing that right now. This defensive side is starting to kind of put some stuff together that looks like playoff football.
Yes.
And we're going to need it from week 1 on. We're going to need this kind of play, this level of play. 3 stickers for JoJo. None more impressive, I don't think, than the block punt.
Yeah.
Which we got robbed on, by the way. I totally think that the placement of that ball was weird. Looking back at my clips last night,
it was weird. So I looked up the rule because I was confused as well. When you block a punt, if it does not get past the original line of scrimmage, it's returnable by the kicking team.
Okay.
Right. And
it was clearly not past.
It was not past the original. That's because I was confused on it as well. I was like, I knew if it got blocked backwards, they could return it, but that was the deal.
Yeah.
Honestly, his weak side tackle on that kickoff, where the guy's returning it and he bounces back to the weak side, and JoJo stayed disciplined to not get sucked all the way into the football.
Yeah.
And then to react, and he saved another probably 30 yards on that kickoff. That was also impressive.
On our sideline, right? That one. That
came to near sideline. Came to near sideline. And so it was like, they started at the 35, 40-yard line. So it's like, well, why a sticker on that one? Man, it's because of the discipline to not. A lot of people just be like, oh, I'm just going to get sucked to ball side. But he stayed disciplined and then went with the play and made a saving tackle. To me, that's worthy of that shout out.
And let's be fair, like on defense, we were super aggressive early, and those reverses or those reverse the field stuff were there for them, and these guys started kind of figuring out, oh, okay, this is what they're bringing, this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's a really good play. You're right, for sure.
So we talked about JoJo's block punt and how it looked weird, and I thought I was like, why are we not at like the 5-yard line
right,
where he caught it. But good heads up on Brennan. I think everybody on the field was a little bit confused as well besides Brennan. And so on that block punt, Brennan, you're going to get a sticker for tackling the block punt to force the turnover and downs. And you didn't just tackle him. Dude, you legit truck stick. Like it was a truck stick and the football just rolls out his hands out of bounds.
It's almost like you could build the power of a truck stick up and just release it at the right time.
He was just coiling
the truck stick meter was filling up and it hit the top. Bing! He's like, pow!
Yes.
The ball comes completely out of his hands. It was out of bounds, so it didn't matter. But
yeah,
I mean, you hit him so hard. It was great. It was fantastic. Oh man. Hey, so we'll kind of keep on this kicking side here.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Jaden Parker, Ace Traylor,
yep,
Austin Crowley.
Okay.
Had an incredible moment pinning him deep on the kickoff.
Yep.
Right. This is all hands on deck. Everybody full out. Let's go make a play. The in the kickoff, man. The name of the game is flip the field. The name of the game is control where their line of scrimmage is going to begin. You want to pin them deep if you can, and these guys did just that. So they all going to get a sticker for kickoff to pin them deep. And in a game like we were playing, was it critical? No, but that's what I love about the play. This wasn't critical. We're killing this team, right? And yet they're disciplined enough to go do what they're supposed to do every play. It's not about where you are on the scoreboard. We've played that game before and we lost it. So we can't play that game anymore. And they didn't. Jaden, Ace, Austin. Bam, bam, bam. All three with a sticker for that pin deep on the kickoff there.
All right. Our last special team sticker is going to go to another name you just said, number 11, Jaden Parker. For flipping the field on that giant punt return. That's the one where you literally, boom, stiff arm to homeboy into the ground.
Gosh.
You put him down for an early nap. I think you might have put him down, tucked him in, give him a little sip of some warm milk, kind of read him a bedtime story, and you got back up and kept going on your merry way down to about the 10-yard line or so. Dude, Jaden, it was so much fun to watch that punt return. It was so electric.
Yeah.
You almost housed it. You had the kickoff return that outside of the penalty would have been a housing as well. Did you show up all over the field? And so you're going to get a sticker for flipping the field on a huge punt return, like quite literally flip the field.
Yeah.
You bet you went just about as far as you could without putting it in the house. So awesome job by Jaden Parker. But listen, that's going to do it for the regular season.
Means we're on to playoffs, baby.
Playoffs.
Your Coyotes are playoff bound.
Playoffs. Yeah, we're talking about the playoffs.
Talking about the playoffs. That's what we're doing. First round opponent.
Mansfield Timberview.
It's Mansfield Timberview. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's what we got. As we sit here and record it, we've been watching. You might have seen us go to our phones and scroll.
That's what we're checking on. We're looking for the update on that location. Max Preps has been updated with the potential kickoff date and time.
Max Preps also said at one point during a Walnut Grove week that Zai was 380 pounds and 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
So whatever games people be playing, I don't trust Max Preps.
Like Max Preps is a great tool, but we don't put all the trust in the world in it until we get the official word from our coaching staff. But like we heard Coach Barr on our coaches show talk about, I want to play the game on Friday.
Yep.
Right, I'd rather Friday. We know that because Mansfield Timberview got second in their district, they have the option of hosting a home playoff game.
Yep.
So I would say it's more than likely it's going to be out there. But weirder things have happened before. They could just say, let's just meet somewhere in the middle.
Max Preps says it is right now. So if you're
I think last time I looked, it said site TBD, but it said at Mansfield Timberview.
Yeah,
but
so well it is
what it is.
They tagged their stadium.
They did tag their stadium now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it there? Maybe we'll just say keep your eye out. Watch the Anna High School football Twitter page, Facebook page. They'll definitely make it known here in the next few weeks and days. And once that gets out, what are we going to do?
Are we going to show up?
We're gonna
be loud,
and we're gonna reshare it. We're gonna put it out there too.
Put it on socials,
so it'll be out there as well. We got to get out there and support these guys. First round of playoffs, look, no joke. Like from here on out, win or go home. So, we got to come with our best. They're gonna come with their best, and we'll see. Our boys, I think, are ready. I know Coach Parr's ready.
The real season starts now.
Coach Parr knows what it takes.
He sure does.
I mean,
we got plenty of champions still on the roster.
Yeah, we celebrated how we know Coach Parr knows what it takes.
Winningest coach in program history. That was his 52nd win. His 50th win officially came against Denison in the Score 84 week.
Score 84 week. Still love that week.
Clip it.
So
52 wins changed the trajectory of this program, of our athletics in general. I talked about it a little bit on the broadcast, and you and I have talked about it. We share a similar thought on this, is that Coach Parr's demand is not just excellence and championships in the football program. It's throughout the athletic department. It's throughout the school. It's throughout the town. He wants to see Anna be a town of champions.
Yep.
On the field, on the court, off the field, off the court. He wants championship people being born out of Anna.
And it's happening. Look, we've got more and more of that going on.
Yeah.
And more and more of our athletes in our community are getting opportunities to do things that we've just not seen happen especially in the scope in which it's happening.
Yeah.
But we've got young men and young women going on to college and succeeding at levels that are pretty impressive. The fact that anybody gets to leave high school and continue to pursue whatever athletic or creative endeavors they have beyond here or academic levels is pretty amazing. And I think that this program, this coach, this athletic director has inspired that, and he fights for that. And I think that's one of the reasons why the program is the way it is. So he talked about it in the interview post-game that will, as we record this, will probably go out a little bit later on the same day we're recording this. But he said, I just love the way that this town has rallied around football.
Mm-hmm.
I love to see the support. And so let's continue to show that, right? As we celebrated that with him last night at the game, let's continue to provide that he's seen and recognized, and go out and support these guys as they go take on this Mansfield team. Timber View.
My proverbial hat is off to Coach Parr and that staff. Congratulations on 52 wins.
Big.
Here's to 52 more, brother.
Let's go.
Go Coyotes on 3.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Go Coyotes.